Was?
Yes, that's the culmination of like
three.
Magnum Opus is going to be three. The core is going to say two.
Yeah.
Okay.
The core is going to say two, but for the world,
it's three.
It's three.
Yeah.
But wait, my secondary question would be: does he regard that as his magnum opus, or does he still feel like he has not made that project that will ultimately define his legacy in a pretty pink bow, and he can literally do nothing like after that?
No, I think he 100% feels like he has that project already.
Question, Joe, do you feel like...
and it's two or three.
Do you feel like as fans of these artists from the beginning...
Okay, so my bad, y'all. We didn't get enough context to the clip, but what they're talking about is Lil Wayne, and does he feel like he has...
his legacy trapped by his own legacy?
Well, see, so that's what the whole video is about. But that portion of what we talking about right there in the video is that. So she says Magnum Opus, and I flipped it and asked, does Lil Wayne feel like he has his All Eyes on Me? So what she said the Magnum Opus is, and somebody can Google it right now.
It's the piece de resistance. It's their fucking it's the culmination of their work. Their best project is essentially.
Okay, there it is there. So does Lil Wayne feel like he has he created his best masterpiece?
His best project? I mean, I don't know how he feels about it, but I think that them days is gone. I don't think people really checking for Lil Wayne to be dropping new projects like that.
I think he did too many drugs, and he just didn't focus. I mean, he went on this he had crazy runs, crazy mixtape run, crazy feature run. You know what I mean?
I just think that he hit his peak. You know, to me, I think he was trying to retire when the Carter, I think it was Carter 5. He was trying to retire.
Yeah, it was pressing. I mean, that shit with him.
Yeah, that was like 11 years ago.
Yeah, he was trying to retire around that time, and I think like that whole situation with Birdman and the courts and all that stuff, it kind of threw that whole stuff up for a loop. But he was ready to get out the game anyway back then. So for him trying to say, "Well, we dropping a new album right now," it's like, nah, bro. I don't know about that, bro.
I mean, he dropped an album with Rich the Kid too that no one really knows about. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think people really checking for him like that. Like, I think it's cool. Okay, you come in the game, you might drop a freestyle. You know what I'm saying, something like that. But you know that performance I seen at the Hot Boys reunion, man, I was just like, nah, bro.
That's why he didn't. That's why they didn't offer him that thing.
Yeah, go on, get up out of here, man. Like.
That's why they didn't offer him the Super Bowl for real. They're like, listen,
go sit down, man.
Case closed.
You know what I mean? So I think he's hit his peak already. You know? I don't see no resurgence of Lil Wayne. Like I don't see it.
I think Wayne to me is gonna be regarded as a legendary MC because also like when you come from an area where it's like like he's the guy out of Louisiana. When you're talking like Louisiana, you're thinking No Limit and Cash Money, and he definitely, carved his own with Young Money, and I mean he's responsible for artists like Drake and Nicki Minaj. So he has a legacy. I think he just I don't even know like if I could put him in if I'm talking about lyricism. Like I think he's not even in my top 5. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah.
Like I'll put Jada Kiss over him or even Fabulous. Like these motherfuckers. Like wait.
I feel like when you talk about GOAT, to me it don't change. Jay-Z. That like when you talk about GOAT, like for me it don't change.
I throw Mac Dre in there too because that's just a personal thing that I grew up on. But yeah, Jay-Z.
He just had the perfect balance of everything. Jada Kiss could have had a better career, but he wasn't putting out projects like that.
Mm-hmm.
He put out mixtapes, but he wasn't dropping no albums like that. He'll be waiting man long to drop an album. People got tired of that shit, man.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
One of my favorite Jadakiss songs is Cutlass. That's it. Go listen to that. He talk his shit. It's like a West Coast song to me. Oh my mama, hop out the floor and jump in the cut. I forgot how that shit go. That shit slap too, man. Go check that out. Jadakiss. It's on the album where he got the bronze, like he's in the Hall of Fame. I forgot the name of that album. That's the album
Kiss
cover.
the Game Goodbye.
Huh?
What is it? Is it
forgot the name. Is it Leg? No, it's
that was
like
when that was the headband days. That was when everyone used to wear the headbands if you're bald.
What did he used to call himself? The best what? He calls himself something, and I think that's the name of the album. Damn, I forgot what he called. Yeah, man, fucking Cutlass, man, 100%. But back, the thing with Wayne is, right, like how, like, you know, when she said Opus Magnus or whatever the fuck she said, right? Does he feel like he has that album or that body of work? And
right now?
Am I the only one who also wants to tell her, shut the fuck up, bitch? What you know about Opus Magnus?
You know what I'm saying? Like right now, you mean like right now, currently, does he have that? Or did he have that?
So what I'm thinking that they're saying is, you know, his a classic album, you know, whatever. Like you got Prince, Purple Rain, like when we was talking about it, the Jeezy,
Michael Jackson, Off the Wall,
something like that.
Yeah, he has his album already.
As long as Wayne has been in the game, does he have something like that? And see, when me and Slim was on the phone talking about this shit, right? See, Tupac is my favorite rapper of all time, right? And even though All Eyes on Me is Diamond, and a lot of motherfuckers' favorite album, or you know, just his, you know, they call it that up there, but that's not my favorite album. See, Me Against the World and Machiavelli is my favorite album, right? 100%. And like how they was talking on that little clip, they say the Carter 2 and 3, especially 3, because that's his highest selling album.
Yeah, and that's why he said the world will view that one in the 100%.
And that's when he was totally at his peak. But that's not my favorite either. Motherfucking the Carter 1 is my favorite album of his, 100%. Even all the only really album that I really didn't fuck with, and even though this is my era of throwing it up like that, is just Lights Out. All the other shit, bro, is like all the way smashed throughs, bro. The 500 Degrees, the first album, The Block Is Hot, like, bro, that shit is all classic shit to me, 100%.
I don't think that Lil Wayne music is classic music, though.
I was just about to say that, like, I don't think anyone's gonna like what I'm about to say, but I don't.
I'm telling you, I don't feel like that.
But see,
Carter 2 bothers me. You got Gilly writing all of it, and Gilly's like writing his best, and then he's writing some of Wayne's best lyrics, if you ask me, and then at the same time, Wayne is doing his best Jay-Z delivery to it. You know what I mean?
And it's like, you know, thing is,
Toucan Sam Net. Like I hated that shit. Like, yo, you're just trying to.
We was talking about when movies come out, when music come out in certain decades, in certain eras of your life. So when bruh was coming up and didn't even have a solo album yet, and was just featured on all his label mates projects, and then even the Hot Boys album, the anticipation for when bruh dropped his own album and coming up as a 14, 13-year-old all the way through the game, like when that shit was going on and where I was at in my life, that's why I say it's classic, because that's all I was slapping. 100%. That shit resonated with me in my life where I was going through. So all them whole little eras of, you know what I mean, of that music, that shit take me back to them memories, you know what I mean? 100%. So when it was hot and fresh off the press, and a nigga couldn't wait to go hit Tower Records to go spend $20, $17.99 plus tax.
That was a good era.
I had an album, because you had to buy the CDs. I had a whole case of nothing but Cash Money, bro. That's how
I ain't buy no Lil Wayne album, bro. I ain't buy no Lil Wayne album. I bought then all the BG albums. I bought Juvenile album, but I never bought Lil Wayne album. Like I don't know. I never felt like I never was really like on Lil like I like. Can he rap? Yes. Does he make joints that's catchy? And for that time that I like it, yes. But it's not nothing that I'm going back to listen to.
So you're telling me you don't have Lollipop on your playlist?
Hell no. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? And for people to be trying to, sometimes people be trying to argue Wayne, and I'm like, man, you don't play that shit in your car, man. Stop it, man. Stop it.
Hey,
stop it.
Hey, look, man. If it come on, I'm
run around playing The Block Is Hot. Like, get out of here, man.
I ain't gonna lie. 100%.
How about How to Love? Remember that song?
I mean, he had joint that joint. I'm Single. That joint was fire. That was a fire. That was a well put together song.
What was that one song? Fresh. I'm fresh. The one. I'm up in my office doing my taxes. You know, he was killing that song fresh.
Yo, to be honest, like Lil Wayne, like rap wise, reminds me of Ja Rule. Like they had their time where they was hot
Why
and
you
stuff
killing
like
Lil Wayne like that?
Because Ja Rule had his time when he was doing this thing. Like he had.
Okay, I get what you're saying. You had your time to shine, and then it came and went.
You had your time to shine, but it came and went. I'm not going back to listen to certain things. No,
you're damn right. I ain't going.
I'm not doubling back on the projects. Like, you know what I mean?
See, that's the thing. So when we talk about playlists and like how you just asked if you have Lollipop on your playlist. Now, Lollipop might not be on my playlist, but my favorite songs of Bruh is still on my playlist, whether it been from Sorry from the Wait 3 that came out about 7 years ago.
The Sorry for the Wait series
or whether it's off the Hot Boys that came in 1996. Like, that shit is still heavy on my shit 100%. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, the mixtapes to me was better than the albums.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The mixtapes was better than the albums. Yeah, mixtape Weezy. You know what I'm saying? It was better than the albums, but like I said, would I double back on his music? Nah. You know what I'm saying? But because it's certain artists that music got replay value, and there's certain artists that I don't care how big they is, their music don't have replay value like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like we can listen to Tupac. He got conceptual
hella
music.
replay value.
Yeah, like
you know what I mean?
I feel you on that because there's not too many Lil Wayne joints I'm going back to like, and I'm like, you know what I mean? I mean, that's just me personally.
Like I ain't gonna front, right? Like quiet as kept. Like Rick Ross got music that got replay value. You know what I mean? Like he got some joints like that Port of Miami and you know a couple other projects he dropped. Man, I'm telling you, Rick Ross got some. Well, that's one thing about the Fat Boy could rap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he sure could. I mean,
like
he was writing for Trick Daddy and Trina and all them.
And even though people try to say, okay, he a CEO, whatever, but you could tell that he been around it. You feel me? And his raps is a little bit lot more.
I think people give Ross too much shit for being a CEO. That's the job.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. That's
it though, bruh. The thing,
he did deny it though.
See, that's
but one thing you couldn't deny was that talent though. Like Ross could really, really put it down, man. Like and really make some joints. You know what I'm saying? But
lemon pepper.
He got them joints, but then he got joints like the Game A Myth, like what is it? The Game A Memphis Sympathy. Man, that joint is fire, man.
He is chopping on that joint.
You ever heard that joint?
Yep. That's from that is that from the first album or the second album?
That's the album with what's the album? I think is
with the biggest boss on there. They had the biggest boss.
No. It's not that one. It's not that one. It's the one with where he was dissing Birdman.
When he's talking about you gotta pay. Yeah, pay.
Rather you than me or something like that.
Yeah, pay. Where he talks about needing to pay Weezy and all the shit.
Yeah, yo, that album is solid. That's a solid album that has replay value.
I think he was still on. I think that's when he still was had the Def Jam. Well, he still does have the Def Jam move out, right?
Yeah, like even like Meek Mill, like Meek Mill first album. You know what I mean? That got hella replay value. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just certain albums that I can pop in that joint and listen to and catch the same feeling that I had. When I first heard it, you know what I'm saying? And then there's certain ones where
that's my point right there.
Yeah, and then there's certain ones
that we just talking about 100%. That's
like that E40 with Cash Money. That song does it for me. Brings me back to being a young mustache. You know what I mean? Shit, Cash Money and No Limit period brings me back to that time. But that's the thing too, is like I always thought Young Money was corny as all hell. Like
oh my gosh.
Right?
But it was for but you know what? I feel like it was for the
squad up. If you talking about
for the kids.
I mean, they can rap, but like Tiger can rap, you know what I mean? Tiger had hits.
Young Money right there. See, that's the thing.
Like I fucked with what's her name? What's her name with Nikki?
That's
Nikki was hard. Can't stand Drake.
Kids then. They were still kids, bro. That's the thing. And I'm growing up to this shit. Me and Wayne ain't nothing but a year apart. He ain't nothing but a year apart, bro. 100%.
Yeah,
I mean, he's my era. We're the same era. That's what I'm talking about. So when we talking about shit, when it resonated in that time of
how about this? Let's just go back to just pure the artistry of the music, right? Someone like Jay could come out later on and drop 444 and it has an impact, right? Like, and whether Jay is a powerhouse in the game or not, I mean, just musically, that was a good project. Like, you know, and then when I heard it, I expected to hear a 44 or whatever he was, 50-year-old Jay at the time. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I listened to Wayne and Wayne's still, you know, talking about yay, bada bing bang. And well, you know what I mean? And listen, I fuck with shit like that, but it's like, you know, Wayne doesn't, to me, is nowhere a Tupac. He's nowhere. I mean, dude, he don't like Lil Wayne. Don't even really got the storytelling aspect to his shit.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's just the relatability. I don't think people could really like relate to a lot of stuff that he's saying in his raps.
You know what I used to call him? The Michael Jackson of rap. Because when you blow up young,
who can relate to having a Basquiat?
It's going to be hard to relate to that type of individual.
Who gonna relate to that? I got a whole bunch of Basquiats. I understand the evolution and the growth, but you talking about Basquiat.
But you talking about a 50-year-old Jay though. You know what I mean? You're not talking about, you know, a 30-year-old Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know, people might not be able to relate to a Basquiat, you know what I'm saying? But his raps is still
and we see there's growth in the music.
Yeah, you can see the growth in the music. Like, you feel me? Like, Wayne stopped growing in his music. Like, you never really got to know him. You know what I'm saying? So
a lot of these rappers portray what other motherfuckers is doing too, though. A lot of these rappers ain't what they be talking about.
Not Jay-Z.
I know. I just realized the GOAT Lil Wayne song, "Pussy Monster." That was my shit. I'm the pussy monster. The pussy monster. Pussy monster.
Yeah, like, you know, like I said, his music didn't age well. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as, you know, did he make his mark in history? Is he a legend in his own right? Yes. You know what I mean? You know, he introduced, you know, a new generation of artists, you know what I mean?
That are still running the game now.
Money, that's still top of their game right now. But does his music stand the test of time? Like, I don't feel so. Because as much as people try to argue this Lil Wayne shit, you know, they not bumping his shit.
I am.
Don't argue me down about some shit you're not bumping.
It's still on my playlist. So yeah, I'm one of the Wayne fans, bro. 100%.
I hear, and it's, you know,
here they go.
I like the no ceiling theory too. I like Wayne just gassing over shit.
Yeah, there's a few people I know that they want to argue down about Lil Wayne. Last time you played Lil Wayne, man.
Hey, I've been on my R&B playlist. I've been
you know what I mean? They can't tell you, like,
outside to get turned up like that. Oh, every day. I'm on my R&B playlist right now, 100%, bro.
You know, I'm a millionaire. I'm tougher than Nigerian hair.
Plus, Apple Music be on that bullshit. See, I got a computer that got everything on it, but I don't got the charger. I got everything of Lil Wayne on there, bro. 100%.
Yeah, you know, like I said, I like Mixtape Weezy. He was cool, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I just feel like, you know, has he hit his Magnum Opus? I think he has already. He already did that already. And I don't think there's going to be no better material coming out of Wayne moving forward. I'm going to just say that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm a Jeezy fan, right? So Jeezy, my favorite trap artist there is, one of the down south artists ever. 100%, right? Yeah. And there hasn't been another 101.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it.
Songs, but
patty cake, microwave.
And every rapper don't come in the game with a classic. There's 50 came in with a classic. Jeezy came in with a classic. Let's see. Oh, I hate to get on the spot. But you know what I mean? After that, you know what I mean? And then we talked about 50. See, the Massacre and the first one, Get Rich or Die Trying, that's his solo projects. Them is the only ones, in my opinion, that's still playable 100%. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like
100% will tell you I don't have Candy Shop on my playlist.
Mixtapes, you can get in the motherfucking studio and just do what you want to do. You know what I mean? You don't worry about all the pressure of trying to just create
structuring an album like, hey, I need the radio cut. I need the
fan base. Like Fabulous. See, Fabulous, one of my favorite rappers too, right? So you got the motherfucking Summertime Shootouts. You got the there is no competition.
The Summertime Shootout series is real serious. I fuck with it.
No competition. 1, 2, and 3 is like some of the hardest shit ever. 100%.
To me, the hardest tapes that Fab made, in my opinion, is the Soul Tape collection.
The Soul Tape one is stupid.
All the Soul Tapes was fire.
Okay,
it was like a resurgence.
Slow Down. You remember Slow Down with him and Trey Songz?
Nah, I gotta hear it.
Oh, you gotta go get that one, bro.
But that and Low Soul's Way.
All that shit. Oh, everything.
And what's that one song he did with Jay? When the money come and the money go.
Yeah, that's off of Low Soul's Way. Yeah,
that album was
Fab.
Fab got joints, bro. Fab's in like I said, him and Jada, they're some of my personal favorites.
Yeah,
like,
Jada dropped solid projects. Jada music can stand the test of time. Like he got like his last project that he dropped a couple years ago. That album was solid from front to end.
Yeah,
you know
even
what I mean?
that album was solid. Freddie versus Jason, that shit was hard.
Yeah, grown man bars, like, but like I said, I think Wayne has hit his magnum opus though. I think I don't see him getting any hotter than he was at his peak. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't think that's his focus though.
Yeah, but if we just talking like Wayne as a musician,
and that's my argument is that you could tell when he's back on that lean because then he's just in his own world, like, you know what I mean? Like,
well, even when he started the second go around of Young Money, he was falling back. You know what I mean? He was pushing everybody up under him. And see, that's one thing about him. When you start a record label or start a crew or some shit like that, he never held nobody back, bro.
He let them shine.
Yeah, man. Hey, but Bongs a Lot said, Rather You Than Me was the name of that Rick Ross album.
Yeah, Rather You Than Me. That album was fire.
Shout out to Bongs a Lot.
I liked it the motherfucking God Forgives and I Don't. The one where he had the motherfucking the 5-point star on there. That got some bangers on that bitch though.
Yeah, that joint got some bangers, you know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, Rather You Than Me, if I had to rate that as an album, like 1 out of 10, that joint gets an 8.59 out of 10, bro.
Man,
that album is solid.
Let me ask y'all
everything. Like,
what about Thug versus Wayne?
Thug is
you think Thug has had one of them?
Not only did
a magnum opus,
people on his label to the forefront, he birthed a whole generation. You talking about Thug? He up under. He's
a Wayne spawn.
I can't really compare Thug to Wayne because Thug is like when he first came out, I felt like he was a knockoff version of Wayne.
Yeah,
when he first came out.
He definitely came into his own.
Tones though, so like the fucking the Danny Glover, that's my shit. Just when he came in the game, bro, like Slime is the nigga though, bro. Yeah, I fuck with Slime though, bro. See, I'm heavy. I love the South music though. My first introduction to the real South as a real hip hop fan is the Southern Playlist of Cadillac Funk album, and that's in my top 5. It might be top 3. You know what I mean? And that's Outkast. That's their first album, bro. That's my shit. You know what I mean? I'm a big Andre 3000 fan, bro. He don't like the hardest shit to me ever, bro. And he don't even got a solo project. If he do, it's a flute album. 100%. So you know what I mean? It's just the errors and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What you got going out on this, big bro?
Like I said, man, I think Wayne has hit his magnum opus already, and I don't think it's gonna be no new project that's gonna top what he already made. You know what I mean? But he made his mark of history, so shout outs to him.
Let the people know where they can find you at, big bro, and what you got cooking up for their ass.
From a fan's perspective, on YouTube, I got new episodes dropping. You know what I mean? Shout out to all my supporters. You know what I'm saying? And, that's where I'm gonna be at.
Man. 100%, bro. You see it right there at the bottom of the screen, man. Y'all can see where you can find him at, man.
Yes,
Type in from a fan's perspective on YouTube. It's gonna pull right the fuck up, 100%, bruh. Peacock said, yeah, he dropped a flute album. It's badass. Oh my mama. I was going down the rabbit hole of Andre, and I had to go pull up Prototype. Oh my mama, that's one of my favorite songs of Andre 3K, bro.
That song was dope.
Love that song, bro.
That was a dope song.
Which joint?
Prototype by Andre.
Yeah, that shit go hard. 3 stacks.
Yeah, that's